What is going on, you guys? Boss Standstill here, and we are back with my WWE 2K14 Universe mode. Now, first matchup, we've got a pretty interesting match to start off the card. It is going to be Ambrosius taking on Titus O'Neil. Now, this, we can call it a feud. It kind of got started last season. We didn't really have enough time to really pursue it. Ambrosius debuted, made his official SG Gaming League debut in the Royal Rumble, and he actually eliminated Titus O'Neil. Now, Titus would have a match next week, or the following week, and Ambrosius would come out, and he would kind of confront him, and that never really led to anywhere, because it was like the last week of the season, and I didn't want to, we couldn't really do anything about it, but, yeah, we're doing something about it now, so these guys finally have their match, and this is Ambrosius' official Raw debut, because he did win NXT Season 2, if you guys didn't watch last year. You really should. NXT season, that was a good season. We had a lot of guys. Shut up, cat. Oh my God. We had a lot of viewers on NXT season 2, like a lot more than Universe. But Ambrosius' record is 3-2, even though it is his debut. That is his NXT record, and I count the NXT record. Normally because or mostly because, NXT, its only purpose is to gain wrestlers' experience, and why else would you? I don't really know how to say it, but you get what I'm saying. Why wouldn't I use their NXT record, But Titus O'Neil, this man is 5-3 in his career. It's pretty good. Both these guys are over 500. And Titus, he did have a tag team with Darren Young last year called, you guessed, the Primetime Players, and they competed a lot in WWE 13, a little bit in WWE 12. He has competed in all 3 seasons so far, and so yeah, we're gonna see how good Titus O'Neil does against the debuting Ambrosius here tonight. Many people are saying that a lot of people are saying that Ambrosius is our next breakout star. He's been showing us a lot lately. Well, we're gonna have to see though. I mean, Ambrosius, he did really well in NXT, and then he comes over to the Royal Rumble and has one of the best times with like 2 or 3 eliminations. On his debut, he did really well. He was in there. I remember he was in the ring against guys like Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Rikishi, even Bret Hart at one point. He was in that Royal Rumble, and he got some eliminations. I think he eliminated Titus O'Neil, and then he may have eliminated he eliminated Cactus Jack, who at that point had the most eliminations in Royal Rumble history, which was a very impressive feat. So he really put his name out there. We're gonna see if here tonight he can live up to that hype and beat Titus O'Neil, a guy who's a veteran in SG Gaming League. Speaking of, I mentioned that Titus has competed in all 3 seasons of SG Gaming League. I did want to also mention that last week Edge and Kane made history when they were the first 2 superstars to have competed in all 3 seasons. And, I only have them both in there because they were in the same match, and they were the first 2 guys on the card that had competed in all 3. And I think that's really cool. I think that's an awesome accomplishment. They are definitely veterans, both those men. And even Titus, he debuted in late WWE 12. He was around for the digital camera era. And yeah, he has made it all the way through now. So that is going to be... I can't wait to see what Titus can do in the future. And, excuse me, I'm going to fix this moccasin. Oh, that's annoying. I hate it when they come out like that. I hate it when, like... Wait, is this even... Oh, no, this is not even mine. Oh, never mind. That is not my moccasin. Never mind. I thought that was mine. I have a similar pair to those. Okay. Anyways, getting on to the match. Titus O'Neil just kicking Ambrosius right in the back. And just STOing him right down to the floor. Titus definitely has a power. He used to play football for the University of Florida, I think. I don't know. I have no idea. I think it was Florida. He played college football for Florida. And I couldn't tell you what position he played, or I couldn't tell you anything about him besides that he's really strong guy. He bench presses over 500 pounds, and Titus O'Neil. I guess I have Florida winning my bracket, my college, my March Madness bracket. So that is an omen that Titus, coming from Florida, is going to win tonight. So he is my pick to win this. Even though, I mean, I don't know. Judging by that, he would be my pick. But honestly, I think that I think that Ambrosius has what it takes. I really think that he has to make his first impression here tonight, and a loss in his first match that would really not sit well with anybody, mostly himself. And I definitely think that, I do think that Ambrosius is going to win tonight. Titus, he does have the size advantage, which last year for Ambrosius' opponents, that there really wasn't many guys who had the size advantage. And here's Ambrosius' finishing maneuver, that full Nelson. We saw it spell the end for a lot of his NXT opponents last year, and I'm sure it's going to spell the end for a lot of his opponents this year. But no, he just lets Titus out. Saw that it wasn't going anywhere. And a big uppercut by Ambrosius. Titus elbows him in the back, couple shots, and just shot after shots right against that ring rope. Now, Titus definitely has the experience advantage, but you can say that Ambrosius could possibly be hungrier. This is his first match. This is the time to make an impression. And this year, since we have so many guys, we do have a stricter policy on wins and losses that I will tell you about in the future. I'm actually going to I'm gonna have a promo where I get in the ring and I'm gonna talk to you guys about that. But so I don't want to mention it right now, but the time will come for me to mention it. So getting on with the match, we have Titus. He's just, oh my God, what power! Just dropping Ambrosius right on his kneecap. His the collarbone of Ambrosius must have been in such pain. And that sign says Ghetto Blaster. I believe that was Big Daddy V's finisher. The late, great Big Daddy V, so I'm not sure why that sign is around. But, oh, it looked like that was going to be a 3 count. His hand, it probably was a 3 count, but the logic of this game, I got to say, that this game is a lot better than last year's game in many ways. It's so refreshing to play this game after having played WWE 13 for what feels like so long, even though that was our shortest season ever. And looks like Ambrosius, he's going to tap Titus with that full Nelson. And exactly the way that Ambrosius would like that one to go out, he does get the submission victory. And it's kind of cool because Ambrosius actually scored his very first victory in NXT. Submission victory with that move. So, that's really cool. Now he's on Raw, getting his very first win on Raw with that submission victory. And he really is starting off his career very well with a win like that. And I really can't wait to see what's going on or what's going to happen with Ambrosius in the future. He's a very bright young star. Alright, you guys, it is time for our second match of the evening. And as you can see, it is going to be a very, very interesting match. We've got a couple debuts here tonight, as David Otunga is going to take on Seth Rollins, Justin Gabriel, and Fandango. Now, Seth Rollins and Fandango are obviously making their SG Gaming League debuts, and David Otunga and Justin Gabriel, these guys have been here for a while, but we got to see if they are still in that fighting shape. David Otunga, his all-time record is 4-8. Justin Gabriel with a record of 5-7. So neither of these guys are superb in SG Gaming League, but they're still they're pretty subpar athletes. But here tonight we're gonna see if they can really take control, take the reins in their careers, and move a little bit farther. This isn't a big match. It's not for any big opportunities, any big title shots or anything. It is just pretty much to show us, who's good and who's not. Especially for Seth Rollins and Fandango, as this is their debuts. I don't know. It's lagging a little bit. I don't know if it's just the. I don't know if it's the actual video or if it's just how it was recorded, but it looks like it's speeding up a little bit. Anyways, Seth Rollins and Fandango, it is their debut. They're looking to make a strong first impression. If they can win this match, that includes 2 other veterans of SG Gaming League, that'd be a big step for these guys. Seth Rollins over there working on Fandango, big knee drop. And if you guys were wondering about how the Shield will be used, they won't. What that means is, I'm gonna use these guys separately, but they will not all be a part of the Shield. All that's gonna be the same about them is their attires. They're gonna have, because obviously I can't change their attires yet, but It's always scary when my cat is just staring at something and he won't stop and he's like flipping out. I feel like that's really scary. He's just looking up into the air. What are you doing, cat?
That wasn't very accurate.
That's terrifying. There's nothing up there. He's looking at something. Alright, I'm gonna... Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna try not to let that bother me too much. But, looks like David Otunga just hit Justin Gabriel with a verdict. And wow, in very quick fashion, Justin Gabriel's out of this match. One of our veterans. Now it's down to Fandango, David Otunga, and Seth Rollins. But as I was going to say, I will be using the Shield guys separately, but not together as a team. I don't know if I finished that thought before my cat distracted me. I think I actually did. But, yeah, David Otunga, he was sort of low-key last year. He didn't really do a whole lot, but... You know, a win in this match would put him up in the rankings. Not that we have rankings. We kind of have rankings, but they're not like actual rankings. But yeah, it'll put him up on the leaderboards. Not that we have leaderboards. But I don't even know what I'm going to say. Seth Rollins with a very impressive moonsault. And Fandango, he really hasn't gotten off the starting block in this match. He's just been sort of getting beat up by both these guys. And oh, big low blow. Probably the only significant thing he's done in this match is the low blow. It looks like I thought Rollins was going to go for possibly Code Blue there, but I guess not. Or Slice Bread number 2. Otunga looks like he's going to try and tap out Fandango here with a something. Yeah, David Otunga, he's got both eliminations in this match, and you know, he's on fire. Down to Otunga and Seth Rollins, but Rollins looks like he's going to hit the sliced bread number 2. Don't remember that being his finisher. But, oh well, if it is, that's awesome. 1, 2, and... Oh, I thought that was a 3 count, but I guess not. I guess David Otunga does kick out. Oh my gosh. I hate cats. I hate cats. I really do. Cats suck. They're horrible. They're horrible things. Anyways, I can't really... I can't afford to turn away from this match because it's been so short so far. In only 4 minutes, there's been like 2 eliminations. But Otunga just Irish whips Seth Rollins, and on the way back, he gives him a big, big backdrop. And just stomping him in the forehead. That's gotta suck really bad. Otunga with those big elbows, and he's just been dominating the whole match. Anybody who gets in his way, it's like he's got a new attitude on life this year. Anybody who gets in this man's way, he's gonna deal with. And big wrestling throw right there as he goes to the pin 1 and just a 1 count. And Otunga looks like he's going to hit that verdict. Same thing he did to Justin Gabriel, put him right on his back. I forgot to mention, David Otunga and Justin Gabriel, they actually did compete once more last year in WWE 13. They were in a tag team match against each other. But whatever, that is irrelevant now that Justin Gabriel has been eliminated. And Otunga just keeps pinning Seth Rollins, and Rollins is kicking out, even though he hasn't really done much offense in this match. But
everything in their playbook. There's more in their arsenal.
I was going to say, Rollins with a big suplex on David Otunga. And finally, if Rollins can pick up some offense, possibly win the match in his debut. So far, Fandango just lost, and that was his debut. So Rollins is the only hope for a rookie to make a good impression. Rollins, he has made a pretty good impression so far. He's been on, or he's the one of the last survivors, and he's picked up the offense a little bit. Otunga with the pin 1, 2, and just a 2 count. A lot of 2 counts in this game. That is so awesome. Love that there's 2 counts. But Otunga really is. He's shown me a lot today. And it looks like he's ready to tap him out with the same move that he tapped out Fandango with. Like I said, it looks like he does get the victory, and Otunga does tap out Seth Rollins. Like I said, this video is a little bit laggy, so if you guys already saw that, my commentary is really delayed. I apologize for that.
Here is your winner.
Yeah, really cool thing. David Otunga has gotten the victory, and probably his first singles victory period in a very, very long time. He's only gotten 4 of them ever besides this one. And I cannot remember any of those victories, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think any of them were singles. I have no idea. No idea. Oh, this match. This is going to be one of the more interesting and fun to watch matches of the night. It is our third match in the hunt for our tag team champions. Because that we currently do not have. We have no tag team champions right now. It is going to be the team of Cody and Dusty Rhodes, aka the Rhodes family, taking on the newly formed team. Well, they're both newly formed. Team of Sin Cara and Eddie Guerrero. Look at this entrance. The Rhodes family. I definitely felt this is the perfect entrance for these two to have. And like I said in the other match, this footage is really laggy for some reason. So if any of what I'm saying is like, I mean obviously you won't be able to tell right now. But once you get in the match, if any of it is lagging at all, I'd like you to, or you can just, I apologize for that. But anyways, we don't have a lot of, or last year we didn't have a lot of like inter-brand like legends and modern superstars. We didn't have a lot of those mixed teams. This year we have quite a few. We saw Sold Out, Ted DiBiase and JBL. Now we got these guys, and this team too. This team is shaping up to be one of my favorite teams that I made so far. Sin Cara and Eddie Guerrero. I just felt that they're perfect for each other. And Eddie Guerrero, it's a good thing that he found himself, because for a while he was on the chopping block. He was actually in a match that last year that if he were to lose it, then he would have been fired. And luckily it was against Billy Gunn, and luckily he beat Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn was fired. But yeah, luckily he beat him, and he kept his career, so we could have this match right now. I wasn't sure though if because I knew he was going to be in this game. I wasn't sure if I were to let him go, if I would bring him back this year. I hadn't figured that one out yet, and Billy Gunn wasn't even in the game this year, so he just sort of left. Billy Gunn was, I believe he was like 0-4 in, or 0-5 after that match. I don't know. It was something pretty bad. He had 0 wins. I know that for a fact. And Eddie Guerrero, Eddie's record. Let me bring up Eddie's record. Eddie is currently 3-9 in SG Gaming League, which isn't good by any stretch. And Sin Cara, he really didn't do anything last year, and I guess even in 12 either. He's been like my least featured. This might as well be his debut. Actually, it kind of technically is his debut, because I looked in the records. I tried to find his record, and I couldn't find one. He doesn't have a record saved in my Arsenal thing. He literally doesn't have one, and at one point I thought he had one, but I guess not. I know his only I'm remembering a loss to Ryback in WWE 12. That's like the only match of Sin Cara's I can remember. He was in the Royal Rumble. He was in he was in the WWE 12 Royal Rumble. I don't know if I don't think he did so well, or else we'll talk a little more about him. Obviously, he didn't win it or beat any records. Probably got like a little over a minute or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I just remember correcting DG Gaming, who was also my guest commentator the other day. I remember correcting him on how to pronounce Sin Cara's name when he walked in. I thought I was such a know-it-all back then, because DG said something like, said Sin Cara, and I correct him. I go, Sin Cara. And that was, for some reason, one of the only memories, or not the only memory, it's one of my memories of that Royal Rumble. But Cody Rhodes, that very impressive muscle buster. That's the move that we saw Batista beat Antonio Cesaro with last week. And we just, that move like debuted this year, and now like we've seen 2 people do it. And so it's awesome. Eddie and Cody, that would be a good match in real life. I'd love to see that match in real life if Eddie was still around. I always think about it. If Eddie was still around, if he was still alive, would he still be competing? He was like 40 when he died, I think, and he only died in like 2006. So I mean, he could have been. I'm not really sure. He could still be wrestling. He was a pretty seasoned veteran. But I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'd like to think about that sometime. Dusty Rhodes making his SG Gaming League debut here in this match, and instantly when I found out that Dusty was going to be in the game, I had this idea that he would be in a tag team with his son, and I really didn't see him going on a singles run, because I just felt like this would be perfect, and it seems to be working out pretty well because I like seeing him on Raw in a team with his son. And Eddie Guerrero, speaking of Dusty, he's in there right now with Eddie Guerrero, and Guerrero with that head scissors into a DDT. And that did lag a little bit, so I apologize if commentary was off or if you saw that like 10 seconds ago, because I know that happens. Guerrero tagging in Sin Cara. Sin Cara coming in here for the second time this match. And facing Dusty Rhodes for the very first time in his career. Sin Cara, he couldn't have been in more than like 3 career matches. I know he was in that match with Ryback. He was in the Royal Rumble, which I normally don't count towards records. And then, actually, I think when I had that D-League for like 3 weeks, I think he was actually in the D-League match. And Dusty just giving a bulldog to referee Charles Robinson, which is very unfortunate. Poor guy didn't do anything to deserve it. But Sin Cara with that, just putting Dusty right onto his head. And stomping right on the arm. Right on that big arm. And I always notice every time they have Dusty in one of these games, they always give him that birthmark. Maybe I just haven't watched enough Dusty Rhodes matches, but I have never seen that thing in real life. Like, I assume he has it, or else they wouldn't put it in, but like, I don't know, it's pretty large, pretty defined. And Cody and Sin Cara in here once again, the 2 modern era superstars of the teams. I plan on having a lot more inter-promotional tag teams like this, I guess you can call it. Just because I think they're really interesting. Last year we had like none. We had R-Truth and Road Dogg. That was like the only one. And that hot tag never works. I'm never really don't get excited about those anymore. Last year they worked every single time. This year, now that they added a reversal aspect to it, it has never worked. You either get to the guy in the middle of the ring and then he reverses it, or when he tries to attack the guy in the apron, that guy reverses it. So there's really no succeeding. It's just an automatic suicide. But Eddie with that very nice springboard move around the abdomen of Cody, and Cody just takes a shot at Eddie Guerrero, hits him with a kitchen sink. Cody's gonna go for the pin, and 1, 2, and Sin Cara breaks that one up at a little more than 1. Cody Rhodes, he's going to channel his inner hardcore Holly and give him a nice Alabama slam. And Dusty Rhodes running into, looks like he's going to attack Sin Cara. And Cody with the pin, 1, 2, and 3. Cody Rhodes does get the victory for his team, Rhodes family. These two move on just a little bit farther in their careers. Very nice to see these guys doing stuff. I really, look at this team. This is just meant to be a team. I like seeing these guys. Definitely pretty cool to see this team in WWE 14. And it's time for our dark match of the evening. Fallout from last week. It is going to be Kane taking on Christian. Now in this match last week, Kane faced Edge, and Christian interfered on Edge's behalf, but it ended up actually costing Edge the match when Christian got him in disqualification. So now we've got Kane taking on Christian, our dark match, and as you can see, things didn't really go too well for Christian as Kane picked up his 21st win, actually setting the record for most career wins in SG Gaming League. And right after the match, as you would see, Darren Young making a name for himself would attack both these men. Alright, you guys, it's time for our main event of the evening. It is going to be our SG Gaming League champion, Brock Lesnar, taking on the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, for the first time ever. And Brock Lesnar, this match is pretty significant for him because, as you just saw, Kane just upped him. These guys both had the record for 20 career wins, and Kane just beat him with 21. So Brock Lesnar, he has to beat Mark Henry here tonight to get his record, or to tie Kane. Right now, Kane has the most wins. It used to be tied. I think we just established that. I didn't really need to say it, but also because Brock is a champion, Mark Henry beats him. Mark Henry's probably going to get a title shot because, in this tough age for SG Gaming League, no one can beat this guy. So when we find a guy that can beat him, we're gonna run with that. And also because that's pretty much our policy here. If you beat the champion, then you get a title shot no matter what. You're proving that you are better than the champion. So, why not? And Brock Lesnar, as I just mentioned, his career record is 20-7. Mark Henry's is 8-11. So both these guys are very seasoned veterans. Gotta have some of these seasoned veterans, as well as a lot of rookies. There's really no in between for SG Gaming League right now. No guys that are, not. Everybody's either a veteran or a rookie, and there's no, as I said, there's no in between. This video is extremely laggy. I don't know what's going on tonight. Guess we're just gonna have to power through it, and I'll call the match as little as I possibly can, because it's bad. I mean, it's going terribly. I think it's just gonna be one of those months that I just cannot use this program. Like there were months, I believe, like last summer. Like for none of last summer, I could use this program. It would just be like this all the time. Like it would lag so bad. Right now, Mark Henry is just like limping to the ring almost. It's so slow, and I'll have like a good month and a half where it's just terrible, then a month and a half where it works, and there's really zero in between with this program. It'll either work really well and I'll be happy, or it'll just completely disappoint me at every turn. It really is a shame. It's a shame that I cannot seem to score a home run with this program. And it sucks that I cannot, like, there's no like better program than this. And my friend has this program, DG Gaming, whatever his username is. You've heard me talk about him before. He's been in some of my videos. He has this exact same program. He's actually got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. I'll put the link in the description, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure if anybody is watching at this point in the video. But if you are, then go check out his channel. I have it on my channel. But yeah, he makes videos similar to mine, and he uses the same program, and he never has problems with it. I'm like the guy who always has problems with my recording. But yeah, luckily it has not really taken me away from recording. I've actually got a good couple videos up so far. I just started this WWE 2K14 Universe mode. I've already gotten 3 videos up, counting this one. I actually recorded this on Saturday night. It's what date is it? March 30th. So whenever it goes up, I'm expecting it'll probably go up either Sunday or Monday. So yeah, at that point I will have had 3 videos up. And because of my schedule is terrible this season. It's like, I don't know, when I was doing 13, I had a lot of time to do these videos. I really don't anymore, because I run track, and that is my spring sport. And that's like hours after school that I would usually have spent recording or doing other stuff, but I cannot do it anymore. And I can't really do it when I get home because I'm either too tired or too many other obligations. So I spend time doing it over the weekend. Either whatever day I'm free over the weekend, I record stuff one day, and then I talk over it another day. And that is my policy. That is what works right now. So I mean, it's kind of working. It's working as best as I can get it to work for the foreseeable future, until the summer, when I'm gonna upload a lot. And then I'll have like until January, because January 1st of 2015, I would like to start my WWE 2K14 universe, which is way too far in the future to even think about. I can't even imagine what kind of stuff is going to happen in between now and the start of 2K15. That's just that's a lot of stuff to think about, which I do not want to think about at this moment, because we are in the middle of our main event for week 2-1 of WWE 14. This is our second week of many. I cannot stress that enough. We're going to have many weeks of this. So if you hate it, then you were out of luck. If you think this universe mode sucks, then I'm sorry. There's going to be a lot more of it. Brock Lesnar and Mark Henry, they actually sort of had a weird little feud in regular WWE. They were, I don't know, Mark Henry just came out one day, and Brock attacked him really bad. And then he came out again some other day, and then Brock attacked him again. I don't really know. It was a lot of weird stuff going on, and Brock Lesnar looks like he's just gonna hit that F5 on Mark Henry, a thing that has move that has spelled the end for many, many, many of his opponents. Around 20 of them, possibly 21 now, and Mark Henry does kick out at 2. Wow, you really don't see that a whole lot. Mark Henry is a different kind of competitor to be able to kick out of that F5 at 2. Mark Henry, some of the significant... He actually challenged for the European title. He had a couple great matches with Rikishi, who was the European champion at that point. Never able to capture the title, though. That was a big shame. Instead, Mark Henry is known for a different type of thing. He does have a record to his name. Last year, during the Royal Rumble 2013, he did set the record for the least amount of time in the ring when he was eliminated in 22 seconds. And Mark Henry told me before this match, when I dared mention it to him, I really shouldn't have, but previously I did mention it, and he said that, quote, that is an embarrassing record, and he doesn't want that to be the thing that defines him. Instead, he wants to go out here and beat Brock Lesnar here tonight and become our next SG Gaming League World Champion. And that's a pretty big thing to go from doing absolutely nothing to, well, I shouldn't say that. He was number one contender for a while. Almost every month he would be one of the top contenders. That's why he's 8-11. He's had a lot of matches here. A lot of them have been wins, but he's also had a lot of defeats. He could either be 9-11 tonight, which would kind of weird number, or he could be 8-12, which 8-12 is approaching. You're starting to get bad if you hit 8-12. Usually because it's, I don't know. I feel like a lot of our wrestlers are under 500, but you rarely get a guy like Brock who is 20-7, which is just an insane record. That's inhuman. Who's the other guy? Kane, who's 20-4. That's even more insane. What are some other good records? Ryback's really good. He's over 500. I feel like Tensai is over 500 too. Well, he's way over 500. A lot of guys are over 500, but only a few guys are way over 500. Then you got a guy like CM Punk who's been in like 23 matches, and he's like perfectly 500. And that's very weird when stuff like that happens. But Brock, after I missed the move, going for the pin, 1, 2, and it must have hurt because it got him the 3 count, got him the victory. And Brock Lesnar, he does tie Kane for the most career wins in history, with 21 wins. That is insane. He's had his hand raised after the bell 21 times. That is why he's our world champion. That's why he's SG Gaming League champ. I have a feeling that Brock Lesnar will never be irrelevant. He really won't. He'll always just be doing something here until he retires. But anyways, you guys, that is it for me here at SG Gaming League. Thank you for watching, and Boss Stands Tall is out.